No, not YouTube. It's on Discord.
No, I know, but I'm already going to have YouTube up as a screen for me. And I like it.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
So,
you're right. You're right.
so it'll be
I
just
see what you.
yeah. Otherwise, like I said, and if you wanted to ever do this offline, that is also fine. Then I don't have
Yeah,
to.
okay.
But
Yeah, it's gonna be like complicated with you streaming two platforms at the same time. I get what you
yeah,
mean.
yeah.
Hmm.
Let me
Well, yeah,
just
I mean, either way works just fine. I have some written theory here. I got like a few pages of theory written for a couple of openings.
okay. Let me go learn classroom. I'll see. Okay, I'll send you an invite to the classroom. Oh wait, hold
Okay,
on.
cool.
Is this? I can make this private, right?
It doesn't have to be really.
Well, if I'm gonna be streaming it, I just don't want random people to join. Manage.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, okay.
Yeah. Oh, open enrollment is closed off. Good. Okay, and then okay, I invited you.
On the app or on the
Uh,
Discord?
on the app.
On the app? Okay, I gotta refresh then.
Yeah, should it should come
Hmm.
out. It says invite pending. Let me just make sure that makes sense. We could also just play an unrated game and walk through. Like, so what notes did you have? Like, what did,
I have notes for like a few openings, but also there's like maybe a couple of opening traps that maybe we can go through. Um, and like some opening theory for stuff as like such as like the Jobava. I have the Jobava versus King's Indian theory. I have maybe like a couple lines of the London system theory, which is not that much. I don't know about that one. I have also I wanted to go through some theory for the Karokan because I'm gonna start learning that one as like my serious opening for Black. But I have a couple of I have some dubious opening theory as well, like the Schliemann defense, which is a little dubious, but it's all right for like at the beginning. When we're playing lower level players who don't really know what's going on, they can really fall into some traps here
mm-hmm.
because the opening is very confusing and it's very forceful, and it could lead to some really solid play for you.
Okay.
But yeah, and also the Russo Gambit. There's a Russo Gambit, the Schliemann defense, and then what I do against one D4 or the Queen's Gambit, I use the I don't know if you know about the Budapest Gambit.
No, I don't know about that.
The Budapest defense is a really tricky opening as well. I can show you maybe opening theory on that too, and see if maybe you're interested in any of this stuff. That maybe we can go through it, and then just so we can have like similar repertoires,
Mm-hmm.
or at least the same repertoire, so that we can actually study those openings, and then maybe if you find out anything new that could be useful, bring to the that you could bring to the table, that'll be great. And like likewise myself, you know what I'm saying? We could like dive into different theories and stuff like that, and then we can share that with each other after going off and branching off and kind of doing some research individually. Then we could bring that research together, kind of like
Yeah.
helping each other. You know what I'm saying?
Did you get the invite link?
Nope, not yet.
Huh.
Not on the app, at least. I don't know what's
Here,
going on. Do you?
let me send you the
Maybe
link
on
in
the Discord.
Discord.
Yeah, on the Discord it might work better. Okay, there it is. Is that it right there?
That should be it. Let's see. It should have you join.
It's weird because it's not letting me join on the app. It's not taking me to the app. It's actually taking me to the website on my phone. So
That's
let me see.
really
Hold on. Let me
weird.
try this. Yeah. So let me see. Let's go. Classroom, I guess. I don't know. It's not letting me go in. It's
Huh.
taking me to the website and then like It says sign up and login options. I guess log in. Um, damn, I forgot my login info.
So, are you able to open up a class? Oh wait, are you able to open up a classroom on the app? Like, do you know if you could just invite me?
If I'm going to open up a classroom, let's see.
Because if we just did a if we just did a game. Oh wait, is practice an option? Hold on. I wonder if I can invite you to a practice.
Why couldn't
No.
we just do a game?
Well,
We can't take our moves back.
yeah, because we can't take our moves back. But if you want, I mean, if we play unrated, we can just say what moves we're gonna do and talk about the move. Like it's you know what I mean? Like it doesn't necessarily have to be that problematic.
Yeah, yeah, we could just go through theory and
Okay, yeah. Then
yeah,
let
exactly.
me just challenge you to a game then.
Yeah, sure, sure. Sounds good.
Okay. New
We
game.
should probably put a unlimited time, maybe.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna do. Yeah, I'm gonna do 60 minutes. That's got to be enough for each.
Okay.
And then
I have the chess board here next to me as well.
a what? Sorry.
The chess up. I don't know if you've heard of the chess up.
No, I don't know what that is.
Chess up board. Oh, it's like a what's it called?
Hey guys, sent you
It's
the
a
link. And
board, electronic board. You did
yep.
on Discord?
Yeah, on Discord there should
Oh,
be
I
a
see
link.
it. Okay. Why is it taking me here? It's taking me to the website again. Hold on. Maybe
Yeah.
I should just send you.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh,
Oh,
no, no, actually it won't. Cool.
okay.
Perfect.
Cool, cool, cool. Okay, so why don't we
Okay,
go with
so
yeah? Why don't we go with an opening? You know, I got my notes here too, so you can just walk me through one, and then we can talk about as.
well, what opening do you have for white?
Okay, normally I do the Nimzo, which is B3, and then Fianchetto the bishop.
Oh, I see, I see. For white?
Yep.
Oh shit. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. Uh, so maybe we could go over the I'll show you what the Budapest is.
Okay, so what's the first move? Because I'm gonna get timed down. What's the first move with the Budapest?
It's D4. It's
Okay.
against the Queen's Gambit.
Okay, D4.
And then play F, and then the Queen's Gambit continues with pawn C4, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I would go here.
Okay.
And now you have the option. The best option here is to take that pawn, but I'll show you some lines where if white if white pushes D5.
Okay. I am gonna write down these moves as we go too. So D4.
Yeah.
D4, E5. No, your first
Yeah.
move. Your first move was knight F6.
Knight F6, right?
Knight F6, and then I
And then
did D4, and then you
yeah,
did E5.
E5, right?
Okay, and that's the Budapest Gambit.
Correct.
Okay. So then, what did you want?
Okay, now
Yeah.
yeah, now there's a couple options here. Obviously, the best option here is to take on C5, but I'll show you some lines after if the opponent tries to take more space and pushes D5.
Okay. Well, then C5 best, and then okay. So you want me to take D5?
No, no. First, I'll
D5.
show you the lines when they
Sure.
push D5.
Okay, so
Yeah,
push D5.
yeah, D5. So now this is why this is bad is because after you develop your bishop, after black has developed his bishop, uh, there it's kind of obvious that black is head in development here. Um, and white might find this kind of annoying and try to pin the knight on F6.
I hold on. I
So
just realized I didn't click on unrated, so I'm gonna resign and just lose 3 points because if you resign, you're gonna lose 13, and then we'll restart.
oh,
Sorry about that. Hold
uh,
on, give me 1 second.
I don't think you gotta resign though.
Well, Yeah, I guess is this line that you're showing me one that I'm going to lose? Because I just don't want to cost you 13 points. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not one that you're going to lose. This is actually in favor for black.
Okay, so as long as you're not going to get fucked over, that's fine with me. I don't care. Just
I really don't care either way, but I
okay.
guess it does make sense that the 3 point loss rather than a 13 point loss.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so what
So then the opponent could go really wrong here by pushing by going bishop g5.
yeah, line D5 and then you went bishop C5, bishop
Yeah,
C5. And then it would be bad for me to go what? Sorry?
it'll be bad for white to go bishop g5 here and try to pin the knight to the queen.
Okay. So I'll do that.
Yeah, this is actually a common tactical motif that you could know in other games when this kind of scenario happens.
Yeah.
Uh, because here you can actually go ahead and take on and then I can actually go ahead and do this right here.
Mhm. And then I would take the
And
bishop.
now you would take the bishop.
Yep, bishop
I think the
F2.
best move is actually to move the king over. I'm not sure. I think taking the bishop is actually the best, but
We can analyze that
if
after.
we can analyze. I think it is the best because if king goes to d2, there's a knight check on c4. And so you simply do this knight check here.
And then knight
And
to
then
G4.
the king is forced to move again.
Yeah, okay. So then my thought is this still part of a line or should I come up with something to do? Because I'm gonna lose. I see I'm gonna lose the bishop, right? So
This is yeah, this is the line. Either way, you're gonna lose the bishop. There's no way you can save it.
okay, so
Uh,
it
and
feels
and this is actually winning for black because your king is super exposed.
yep, and I have
First
no
of all, and
development.
second of all, yeah, and second of all, after I take the bishop, there's no develop. You have no development. Yeah.
Okay, so it feels like I want to. The safest place for my king is just going back because if I go F3, like it's just too close to the queen. You're gonna be
Yeah,
awake from
I think it's best to like
E.
yeah to
Yeah,
secure your
E1.
king.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably don't want to come out. So then yeah, after I take there, it's I'm up a pawn here and I'm up a lot of stuff. Like basically I have so high, so my advantage is so high that
Right.
it's basically more GG, you know, you
Yeah.
could resign from here.
So is this the end of the line?
This is basically the end of the line. You can go obviously dive in further. We can go dive in further and stuff like that. But I think just for the sake of just showing you just some like quick lines,
Yeah.
I think this should serve its purpose.
Yeah. So should we keep playing or should I resign and we want to show me a different you want to go for a different line?
We could go for a different line.
Okay, I'll resign here.
Okay.
And then let me just send a different challenge link that's unrated.
Okay.
'Cause I don't want to just keep doing that. Let's see.
Yeah, there's
Play a friend. Create a challenge link. Unrated.
in that yeah. Are you gonna send that? You're gonna send that
Yeah.
through
This
Discord.
yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
cool. Okay, cool. Got it.
Okay, that way we're not fucking with anyone's score. And I don't know if chess.com has an issue with like, like if we challenge each other and you just kept resigning to get like, you know what I mean? I don't know if that would look weird on chess.com.
Yeah, yeah, that's probably not even allowed or acceptable. So yeah, there's a in that line. Let me show you real quick. Well, yeah, let me just show you real quick that line again one more
Sure.
time.
Okay, so I'll go queens.
Yeah. So let's say you don't pin the knight here. Let's say you do something normal, like
Yeah.
something else. Just
Yeah, let's say
develop
I
anything
wanted
normal.
let's say I want to protect that pawn.
Mm, okay, I will. Well, you don't really have to do that because actually that I'm not able to actually go in like that if well yeah you could do that. Okay. So here the point is just to castle in this position and go ahead and just make another move or just regular move. Like let's say your opponent just making regular solid moves after that, right?
Sure. Um,
Maybe just develop your other knight to c3, I guess.
sure.
Yeah, there you go. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna block this pawn here and then start and then get ready to develop your light squared bishop, but also go ahead and just make any other developing move. Maybe c3, I guess. C3 would be a decent move.
All right, like okay, just
Yeah, c3. Um, this is the whole point. Like, I don't know if you have ever heard of a term called undermining.
yeah.
So basically, what you start doing here is you start undermining the center, because white actually pushed their center a little too far, and that's called overextending. So this is how you undermine in this position. This is how you undermine white's center. You push c6 in this position in order to start undermining their center. So if they take, you can get a development with your knight.
Mm-hmm.
After you take back with the knight, you're developing also the knight, and you got a fantastic position.
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Yeah. So geez, I wish we could take our moves back.
Yeah, I wish there was a way because I think the classroom thing would have worked if it wouldn't take you through the website and like just
Yeah, if it links me straight to
yeah,
the app. Yeah. Okay, so let's just I'll resign here
yeah, we
and
can
then
just
we can go
rematch.
through the best ones here, the best line. Okay, so we can go d4 again.
Okay, let me
And this is all Budapest Gambit theory. Okay, and then I'll
yeah.
go knight. You go okay, and then now you play the best move for white here, which is yeah, exactly, perfect. And then the proper move here for black would be to attack that pawn,
And I would want to
move the knight out the way, and attack the pawn at the same time. Um,
I would defend
there's
this.
a couple of yeah, there's a couple of ways to defend here, but the most common way that people defend is with the knight to f3.
Okay. Um, I wonder what maybe after this I could share the screen with you in Discord and just we can even do like the analysis and then just move the pieces around. Actually,
Right,
that might
right.
actually be better.
That might be better.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I know you said
Yeah.
that earlier, but I really thought that that wouldn't work, but I think it actually will work. So because
Oh yeah. Well,
I'm thinking queen d4, which both protects the pawn, attacks the knight, and protects the f2 square. That's what I was thinking.
we're thinking queen d4.
Yeah.
Um. Hmm.
Right, because I mean in my head, I'm protecting the pawn. I'm protecting both pawns, the f2 pawn and the e5 pawn, as well as attacking your knight.
Yeah. The thing about that move, is that it brings out the queen a little early, which can be dangerous because the knight can actually be protected with pawn to d6.
Hmm.
It could be protected with with the bishop. And then afterwards, if you try to boot my knight from g4 with a move such as pawn h3 or something like that, I can already start thinking about attacking the queens with moves like knight to c6, which your queen is very vulnerable and open in the center. There's a common I don't know if you've heard of there's a principle that you shouldn't bring your queen out too early in the game
Hmm.
because it could become susceptible and vulnerable to attack. So now, while you're trying to defend your queen, I'm over here developing
Right.
because knight c6 is a developing move and it attacks your queen. So therefore, you gain a tempo.
Hmm. Okay.
So yeah,
So
so you
you're
really want to be
thinking
careful. You really want,
knight g3 is
yeah.
then the best one because that protects the pawn.
I think the best move is bishop f4.
Oh,
because that also protects the pawn. And there's a little thing, little well, it's not really that bad, but actually, because there's another way to develop the bishop, but if you try to protect the pawn with a move such as knight to f3, the thing is, after I go bishop to c5 with my dark squared bishop, attacking the f2 square, the vulnerable f2 square, white is forced to push c3, which blocks in or hems in the dark squared bishop, which would be considered a small positional concession, which is why you bring the bishop out to defend first, bishop f4.
okay.
And then, exactly, and then after I go ahead and attack that pawn again, because if I go bishop to c5 now you can just simply push c3 and still block, but this time in this case your bishop isn't hemmed in, it's actually outside and developed, if you know what I mean.
C3. Uh,
Yeah, c3 is the pawn in front of your king.
uh, you mean E3?
uh okay, so my bad, I meant e3, right?
Yeah, no problem. Okay, no problem. Just got confused for a second.
E3. Yeah,
So,
because if I go bishop c5, it's aiming with the knight. Do you see it together
mm-hmm.
along with the knight? That's that square on f2. You see it, right?
Yeah.
But if you push e3, you block that attack, right? Do you see it?
Yes.
Okay, so if your bishop was not developed, it would be
Locked in. Yes.
hemmed in, blocked
Yeah.
in, and it wouldn't be as active or as useful. So
So,
therefore,
so
in
right
my
now I would.
opinion,
Yeah,
this
that
is
makes
the
a lot.
best way to defend.
That makes sense. So right now I would go F3 for the knight F3, and then you're gonna do
Knight
bishop.
f2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here my move would not be bishop. I'm not going for bishop c5 no more because that can easily just be blocked,
Okay.
and there's not much for me there. But what I can do here and what I will do is actually the move that's supposed to be because this is all actually theory. The move here is this check.
Okay. And this basically makes me do bishop knight C3, right?
Knight c3, correct. That's knight c3. Right. And now I can take here
Mm-hmm.
and double your pawns. But let's just make a move back. Let's make a move back, move the knight back again.
Okay.
Let's say I come in with that same check, right?
Yeah.
Now try to do knight d2. Block it with knight d2. Okay. This is another way to block that check and avoid getting doubled pawns.
Okay.
Yeah, you see that?
Yeah.
Now, which one is better? That is really up for the debate.
Yeah. Because I know that there are options to, so with the doubled pawns on the C file, you can move the rook to the B file, and then you basically have that control. Yeah.
Yeah,
At least.
yeah. But I mean, most of your opponents will not like doubled pawns, and this will be the move that they play.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now I have to be careful here as black because you are threatening something here. You're threatening to kick my knight with pawn to h3.
Right.
So here I have to play queen e7. Why? Because it gets a third attacker on that pawn there.
Right.
You see it, right?
Yep.
On the e5 pawn. So now if you try to kick my knight, I can just simply take that pawn. Your best move is not to kick the knight here. Your best move is never to kick the knight. The best move here is to push pawn to e3 and get ready to defend. But White can go very wrong here. Because White can try to. What's another move that you would think or that you would try to pull off here?
Yeah,
What would be another move?
yeah,
Think
so,
about something that you would try to do here.
yeah. So one of the things that I could, so obviously there's well, you had just mentioned not to kick the knight, so H3 is not an option,
That's a
right?
useless move. It's a useless move, basically.
Yeah, right.
You're basically wasting a tempo. You're wasting a move.
Right, right. So then another option, or at least that looks nice, is
Right.
going bishop G5 to like attack the queen. But then you can just push a pawn to the like F6, and it's not
Yeah.
necessarily like completely bad, but I would have to move the bishop back again. Um, so if I had to actually think a little bit harder, um,
I mean, that's not a terrible move because I think I've actually seen that move being played. Because after I push F6, you could simply take that with the queen. I mean, with your pawn on E5, and then I would have to take back with my knight on F6, and your bishop would still be there pinning the knight to the queen. So that in itself is not terrible, but I'm trying to get you to see a move here that people often play, that people think that is a solid move.
I don't see it.
No?
No.
What about A3 to get ready to trap the bishop?
Oh,
Because
okay.
you can actually trap the bishop. You can actually there's a common tactical motif. Do you see that right there? If you push A3 and I move my bishop back to A5,
Right, I can push the
you
B.
can actually push B4, and if I bring my bishop back down to B6, do you see it now?
Yeah.
Okay, exactly. Okay, now that's what I'm trying to get you to see. But that is completely wrong here. You think that that might be a trick that I can fall into, but this is the trick here. I am not even going to bother trying to save that bishop. This is what I wanted to show you this whole time.
Okay.
Here, I'm going to take this pawn here. And you might think, hold on, give me a second.
Yeah.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, so now why can't you just take the bishop, right?
Yeah, well,
Is that your next question?
it's defended by both the queen. Like, I only have one attacker and there's two defenders, so I would just lose the exchange.
What do you mean?
I can't take that bishop on E5 or the knight on E5 because I have. Well, I guess I have two attackers, but
Oh, oh no. I mean, like, why can't you just take the bishop on
oh, okay.
E4?
So like, if I take the bishop, you can take with the knight. Well, yeah, you could do.
No, no, that's not actually the move after you take the bishop on B4 is checkmate. There's a checkmate after you take the bishop on B4.
Okay, what it? Oh, is knight to D3?
Correct.
Yeah.
Knight to D3 checkmate, smothered mate. So you can't take the bishop on D3. So maybe you should uh maybe exchange you can exchange a knight actually here.
Like
So
that.
you can, yeah, go ahead and take that, and I'll take back. Now, can you take the bishop?
Yes.
Still no.
No, still no.
There's
Yeah, you're right. You're
still
right.
the threat of knight to D3 checkmate. So now
I still have to
you would
take.
have to, yeah. Now you take that. Now I don't take your bishop. I don't take that bishop. Actually, the best move for me here is to take this knight.
Yeah, and then I assume I just have to take with the queen.
Yeah, and then I take the bishop, and here we have a completely equal position. And this is all theory.
Okay.
This is actual theory.
So
Yeah, this is all
it's
actual theory.
technically equal, but I have a bit more. So like I really only have to move. Well, no, it is basically equal, right? So in the sense that I mean it's equal material, but also we're kind of the same
Equal
speed.
position.
Yeah.
The
So like
position is completely equal. Material is completely equal.
so I could do something like F4 to attack the queen, but that actually does that even?
Uh, yeah,
It's a
you
defended
probably
pawn,
want to
but
focus on development.
yeah,
You
exactly.
probably want to go E3 here to get your bishop to
Yeah,
develop,
that's
and then get castle. Because my next obvious move here is castling. Yeah, and then that, and then I probably would like push. Who knows? Maybe this right here.
yeah. And now I'm a very aggressive player, so I would want to do something like Queen C2 to set up the. But then,
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, I could tell you're definitely aggressive. All the moves you're suggesting are like aggro as hell.
uh,
That's cool though. That's cool.
but the better sense of me feels like I should attack your queen first too. So like F3. I mean, I could castle for sure.
Well, yeah, but this is basically just diving into like,
It's
just
the opening. Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah, we're not trying
yeah,
to.
with just the rest of the the game, I guess, or whatever. Where this is not really all the like I'm not sure if this is actually these moves that we just played after what I told you was theory. It's theory. I'm not sure if these are the best moves exactly in the
Well,
position,
here, let
and
me.
I'm not sure how to continue it.
Yeah, let me share my screen and we can because I have diamond membership, so I'll just do a review and we can do see what the engine says.
Yeah, sure thing. Cool,
Yeah,
cool.
so you can if you can see my screen,
Let's see.
I'm gonna resign here and then
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna resign here and then I'm gonna go to the analysis thing.
Right. Okay. Okay. Cool.
Okay,
Cool.
let me see. Okay, you can see the analysis thing.
Yep. I see it.
All right, let it load and then we'll walk through the opening.
Cool.
Okay, so let's just start with what we did. We set up this gambit. Oh,
Yeah.
let me do review first, actually.
By the way, I've won quite a few games like this too,
As black or white, or just
as black.
okay.
Yeah. And this is my main opening and my main repertoire as black against Queen's Gambit for white.
Okay.
Or really any opening for that they go D4. I kind of do kind of the same thing where I open up my bishop and my knight right away, and then I get those developed and get castled as soon as possible, and then I continue from there, depending on what white does.
Okay. So
Yeah.
so far we're doing the book, like you said. So it looks
Yeah,
like
book moves.
okay. So both of
Yeah,
these
so
are
that was the little thing we did. Remember
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah. But what I'm saying is, even though it like registered as a blunder, the next move is still a book move. So like
exactly,
you did a book move.
yeah.
So both of these are quote unquote book. So
Right, right.
that's interesting. Which is and it's even more
Yeah.
interesting because if we go back,
There's two ways to block that bishop. That's why. So they're both book
let's
moves.
see.
You know
But
what I
hold on.
mean?
Yeah, this says point 0.3 or point. Yeah. So the eval bar says point 0.3, and if we go here,
Yeah.
this says
Right.
point 0.4. So this is actually the better
Oh,
move.
this is better. Okay,
This is
cool.
actually the better move, which is
Yeah.
that's really interesting.
Yeah, maybe the engine doesn't like doubled pawns either.
So what is this? Is move 10. I'm just gonna in my notes write move 10 is knight to d2. Okay, and then so we'll continue ahead. That's book. That's book. That's book. That's book. That's book. That's okay. So we left book right around here. That's the move.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Okay.
Let
So
me back up.
let me
Okay,
look at
move.
best
That's
move.
move 8. That's not move 10. Move 8 is
Yeah.
best move. And then okay, so we got here, and then so it looks like the best move actually is, which kind of makes sense, right? Because when
Yeah.
your next move is to move the knight to mate me. So if I do this, I can always move my king up, or what have you. Like this.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that because that would be protected by the bishop
No,
on of
but even if you did, if I did
that.
this, then
Yeah,
you
if I try to do that, bishop could take it.
right. If I do this, you couldn't put like you could put me in check here.
No, you
Oh,
wouldn't move
wow.
your knight
Oh,
up. You
yeah.
would actually take with the bishop.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't even see it.
That's a
Well,
complete blunder.
that's why I'm like an
Yeah.
800. That's,
No, I get it. I see
yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's
Okay,
cool. That's
so
cool.
right here, so move 10. Let's go back to the review. Move 10. It ends with knight. Okay, and then move 10. Sorry, give me a second. I'm just taking notes here.
You're good.
Move 10 ends with bishop or knight e5. E5, and then the best move is actually E3. E3. Okay. So, how do you want to proceed? So, like, basically, we get to the end of the book here.
Yeah, yeah. So there's a couple ways we can do this here. We can actually end the session on this opening, and then we can later on we can dive into more theory when you're. I mean, I would say like you don't have to learn any more theory than it is already in the opening because if your opponent's not gonna your opponent at your level will not be making the best moves here.
You
They
say
will
that.
not be making
You
the
say
best
that.
moves.
I just want to. You say that. Everyone seems to say this, but I've almost always had a very good opening. So, like, I'm saying like my openings are usually like 90 to 100% on the
Uh,
rating, and then
yeah,
it's always the middle game that screws me over. So as much as people say, X, Y, and Z, like middle game is what I have. The amount of times that I've been playing people, and I'm like, how are they finding all of these moves? Is like insane.
yeah. No, I understand what you're saying. I'm not saying like it's not important to not know the rest of the theory. I'm saying that in most of your games, most likely your opponent will not know the continuations after like three or four or
Oh, okay.
five moves.
I see what you're saying.
You're gonna know enough to get you to a solid position, enough to where you can continue from there. But even then, we can still study the theory after this. We can still study it and dive even deeper. But when we get more serious, when it gets more high level, because even then, I'm not even sure we're going to be using this opening. We might just keep using. We might just switch to something more solid, because I've heard a few people, not everybody, that this opening, the Budapest defense, is not is a little dubious. I've
Okay.
heard from some people,
Sure, sure,
but I've
sure.
heard also from other players that are really good players that it's actually a solid opening. So uh, I really don't like. I'm not sure, but I don't want to dive too much into it. I would rather like us dive into like all of the openings that we have in hand
Yeah.
right now, and then from there we can kind of choose, you know what I'm saying, we can kind of choose where we go to, and then we can just practice the beginning of the opening theory for now, and then when we get more high level we can start diving into more deeper theory and stuff like that, you know what I mean, just exactly as we're doing it right now for this right here, you know
Right.
what I mean, so
Okay.
so
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
yeah, yeah, so if you want now we can go into some theory versus the King's Indian.
Sure, sure. I'll send you. We can just do a rematch. We should be able to get that rematch.
Okay, cool. But it's pretty interesting, huh?
Yeah, well, it's one of those things where like I like to play aggressive
Yeah, yeah,
because well, for two reasons. One, for some reason, I really just like attack. It's very difficult sometimes to just defend a piece, but
right.
um, it also I like when I'm certain of a position. So if
Exactly.
I'm playing aggressively and the person keeps running away, okay, then I know I'm doing good attacks. But when I'm
Yeah,
playing a game like this, if we looked at any one of the positions, I was like, oh, I was uncertain whether I was winning or not. And apparently through the engine, it was just a draw the whole time. You know what I mean? Like we were
yeah,
basically like you said, and it ended. that whole thing was kind of scary with the queen walking down, taking the whatever. But it turns out we were just completely even. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so
Yeah, exactly.
stuff like that,
Hmm.
I think I need to get used to more complex situations, if that makes sense.
No, yeah. Also, the benefit about playing or be about being an aggressive player is that you actually get to get your opponent into positions that usually you're more comfortable with than them,
Hmm.
and that's what I kind of do. That's why I study the openings I study, because even though they're dubious at the level that I'm at, a lot of people don't know
Yeah.
their theory, and I usually end up in positions where my position is more favorable, or where I'm just flat out like uh checkmating or getting a super strong attack just because of my opening knowledge so much that I get a good position better than my opponent since they don't know really their opening theory. I end up getting a stronger position off the bat, and then from there I could just like work my magic
Yeah.
because I kind of know what to do in the middle game and end game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think end games
Sometimes it's
I'm
not as
I'm
obvious.
end
Yeah.
games I'm kind of okay at depending. It depends on what minor pieces are left. But middle game, it's like it's funny. A lot of the times when I do the review, it'll say like opening 100%, middle game 30%, end game like 60%. You know what I mean? Like it's my middle
Yeah.
games are so bad. Like I'll have a completely winning position, and I'm like, okay, time to move the knight, and it's like and then it just plummets down. It's like the negative. So, okay,
Yeah.
so I sent you a rematch request. I don't know if you. I might have to just send another link. It's possible that
Um, on Discord.
no on chess on the maybe through the app, but I'll just set up another game. I'll just set up another game.
Okay,
Uh,
that'll work.
Unrated, 60 minutes. So what's the opening move for this? The king's. So you're gonna play what? Oh, I guess what's the first move for white versus the first move for?
So the King's Indian. Uh, I think actually, let's do let's just stick to opening theory for black for now, if
Okay.
you want.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's not so confusing. So since we covered the Budapest defense, now I think we should cover the Schliemann defense and the Russo gambit,
Okay.
which are also very annoying, very aggressive openings and very forcing. So your first move here would be pawn to e4.
So are these variations similar to each other? So if I can write them on the same page, or are they going to be separate?
It's completely different.
Okay. So what are we doing right
So the
now?
last one was against pawn to d4. This one's against pawn to e4.
No, no. But the Russo versus the Schliemann or whatever is that?
Oh, they're just it's like the Schliemann is like is against the Spanish opening, and then the Russo is against the Italian.
Oh, okay, okay. So they're basically the same except where the bishop lands.
Exactly. So here you would go. So here I would go here, and then here you would play your knight to attack my pawn.
Yeah. Just writing down my notes. Schliemann.
Yep. This
Uh,
is the I'm gonna you're writing down the Schliemann defense first.
yeah.
I would do let's well we're gonna do that one, but write down let's do the Russo gambit first because I'm more familiar with that one.
Okay.
For the Schliemann, I have a lot of notes here.
Okay. Yeah. Cool. We'll do Russo.
Yeah, we'll do the Russo first.
Okay. So e4 and you went e5, and then I'm
So
gonna
knight f3 is your next move.
knight f3.
Right. So now, my next move is knight c6, defending my pawn. And your next move would be bishop to c4.
Okay.
Okay. So now, this is the Russo gambit here.
Okay. Hold on. Knight e6, and then the is bishop c4, and then you did the f5. F5.
Yeah. And I'm going to show you all the possible continuations from here, or at least the
Okay.
most popular. The best continuation for white is to go pawn d4. Don't play it yet, though.
Okay.
To go pawn d4, and then we can study that one last because that's actually the best move
Okay.
for white here in this position. But here, obviously, you can take. You can defend the pawn by pushing pawn d3, or you can bring the knight out, which to c3, which is another move that's a very big mistake. I'll show you the very big mistake first, which is knight to c3.
So I'll go knight to c3.
Yeah, to try to defend the pawn that way. Now I just take here,
Okay.
and if you take back, I have a fork here, which is a blunder. It's a whole piece blunder. So you just lose a piece here, basically.
Knight c3. F takes e4. 5 is knight takes e4, d5, fork. Bad for white.
Yeah, and now there's a lot of possible continuations from here. I think the best one is to go bishop d3, I believe. And then after you take the knight, the bishop takes back. I think that's the best.
Well, we'll see when we do the analysis. You know?
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's another thing that your opponents will try to do as well.
Sure.
Yeah, we can go ahead and analyze after this.
Sure.
After, this is
yeah, because we can always do this because this is good to get the opening, and then we can just end the game, and then
yeah, end the game and then analyze. Right, yeah. Right. Yep.
Okay, so what do you want me to do here? Or we want to edit here?
We can
okay. Okay, yeah. So, and I'm sharing my screen, so I'll just go to analysis, and I'll do a review, and we can go over. So what are you doing to find notes on this stuff? Are you watching, like, what videos are you watching, or do you have books that you like? Sorry, I had internet issues. I'm back though.
Oh, my bad. I thought that was me.
No, don't worry about it. I think I need to get. I need to get an extension cord for my. I've been using a Wi-Fi adapter because I didn't have a Wi-Fi chip in my computer, and I should have just bought an Ethernet cable, but it's a whole thing. So I think I'm gonna get an Ethernet cable soon. But yeah, that was just me. I disconnected. But okay, so I had asked you before I disconnected if you get a lot of your information from books or videos or what. My internet out again? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yeah, hold on a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Alrighty. So, yeah, we could go over a couple lines because there's also a couple other things that the opponent tries to do there that we can go into.
Yeah.
That actually I got to write down.
Okay. Well, all right. So let's do. So this is the Russo Gambit. So before I disconnected, I'd asked you where you get a lot of your information. Do you like watch a bunch of videos? Do you have any books that you like?
Oh yeah, yeah. I have like four books, but not on opening theory. Those are more on positional theory. Um, and I have uh, can you hear me still?
Yep, I can see you. Yep.
Yeah, and I do watch YouTube for my opening theory.
Okay.
Yeah, for all the stuff that I'm showing you now, like this is all from YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just opening theory.
So this is
Yeah, I just
interesting.
looked up already. Yeah,
So they're saying that this initiates F5 initiates the Russo Gambit, and it looks like it's an inaccuracy. Like basically, they're like, don't play this as black.
yeah, basically. But actually, I got this. I got this is actual gambit. It's an actual known gambit, and it's actually
Oh, okay. So it's one of those things where it's
I
like it
mean,
looks bad on paper, but it works against humans and stuff.
exactly. Yeah, right.
Okay.
It is a little dubious,
Yeah, but
but
it's like sharp.
but
Like
with
it's like it makes you have to
it's
think and
smart.
stuff.
Yeah. With perfect play, White can get the slightest of advantages, but that's not usually the case, especially at our level.
Yeah. Okay. So the gambit is initiated, and then there is Okay, so basically they're saying defend the pawn here.
Yeah.
So
Are you on live stream or something?
yeah,
Are you?
yeah. Is that okay?
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I just thought you were like streaming something.
Oh, Discord. Oh, because I disconnected Discord. Let me restream my screen. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Oh. No, you're
I
good.
I I
I
didn't
was
I didn't even realize what was happening. Yeah. Okay. You should be
I know
erasing.
I know what you were talking about. I could picture it in my head, but I
Right.
just, I
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
thought you were doing
All right. Let
something,
me.
you know?
Yeah. Let me restart this. Um. Okay. So can you see the screen?
Um, on Discord?
Yeah, in Discord.
No, I don't see it. Oh, there. Yep, I see it.
Okay.
There is.
Okay. Um.
Oh, perfect.
Okay. So this is just seems to be the Italian game, and then you do the Russo Gambit on F5, and it looks like the computer just suggests to defend the pawn. Which is it, so that's interesting because
Yeah.
so like
Um.
I'm wondering what that looks like for white. Okay, that's it's
Oh,
even.
I'll show you. I'll show
It,
you what
oh,
the
okay,
next move
yeah,
actually is.
sure. Okay, so
I'll show you the experience.
we're here. We're at the Russo Gambit. Show me.
Okay, so the Russo Gambit, and then here,
Mm-hmm.
here, uh, the opponent has a few moves here, but the worst. Remember, the worst way was to defend with the knight.
Yeah.
Yeah, knight. Because then after takes, right, and then that, and then the pawn to d5 as a fork.
Right, and
Exactly.
it's
Yeah.
interesting because so the knight is an inaccuracy, and it drastically lowers white's chances. You take
Yeah, but
and with
but
about
you're gonna win some games like that because your opponent is not gonna know that, and they're gonna think
no,
that
right,
I
right.
think you
But what I'm
can the knight
but what I was getting at
and take.
is even if you make that
Yeah.
mistake, it's still not necessarily lost. So like the computer wants white to just take the knight, and
Oh,
at least it's
let's
not
see.
completely losing. I mean, it's not good.
Yeah,
Like this is still a bad move, but
right.
they're saying like, okay, well you've lost the knight anyway. Good luck, kind of thing. I assume. Oh wow, even taken
Yeah,
within so. Oh, it's just all losing. That's interesting. There's like
or
no
maybe castle.
baby castles, but no, it's just it's just all losing. Let's
Okay, yeah.
hold on. Let's back up and let's just what does the computer actually say to do? I assume you take, and then the best move is because you don't want to lose your bishop. So bishop to d5, back to d5. and that way that defends,
Oh,
that attacks the knight or whatever, and
right. I
then
see. I see.
F takes
Well, this is
G2.
dragging like a little bit deeper.
Yeah, yeah, we don't have to go this deep. Yeah, but it's just interesting to see like even if you
We
mess up,
could.
there's
No, we could, and we definitely will go deeper, But for now,
yeah,
let's
yeah.
just cover like, this is a common tactical motif too that you should know that you can fork in this manner. You can fork when there's two pieces like this that you can fork them with that pawn move with pawn d5 protected by the queen. There's other positions and other times when that kind of stuff will come up in your games, and you'll know what to do, and you'll know that you have that just in the back of your head.
Okay.
You'll have that kind of
Yeah, yeah,
way.
yeah. Yeah, 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 I agree.
Yeah.
That'll be
But
go on, sorry.
there's another move here that people play a lot, and
Okay.
that is after obviously you defend with the knight. If you defend with the knight again, and then take e4 again, yeah, and then do the knight thing, do the knight, yep, and then do the pawn thing, the fork, pawn d5, yeah. So people here, they sometimes try to do knight takes e5, saying that they're gonna lose a piece anyways. So they'll take.
Mm-hmm. And then black takes one of these.
Oh no, wait, go back. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah, yeah.
go back. Go back one move. I think it was hold on, do that again, the pawn. Pawn d okay, bishop b5.
Five. Oh, okay. Pin.
Yeah, and then after you take the knight, then they try something like e4, e5, knight takes e5, and the knight is pinned.
Right.
Hmm. When you're attacking it twice. I don't know. I think the best move here is bishop
They're saying the
d7.
best move for black is G5, is Queen G5. So something like this.
Oh yeah, I remember
So that
now.
way, yeah, because that way you have to sort
Yeah,
of
because you're attacking the knight, you're
right,
attacking the knight, and you're attacking the pawn on G.
right.
Is that the best move?
I have no idea. I just played it. Yeah, it looks like. Oh no, D4. Hold on, let me. Best move
'Cause this is
is
actually
white D.
like people actually do this. You're gonna get this a lot in the games. This is what I see a lot.
Okay. Oh, I
Oh,
see. Yeah, and then they're
yeah.
saying pawn to F1, then
Oh
A6.
wow.
Okay, so this utterly destroys. Yeah, that knight move is terrible.
Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to know maybe a little bit more theory on that because a lot of people do this, and I just wanted to know how to attack it or how to face it. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Yeah. So
Queen H5.
what if they take the knight first? Go back. Go back. Yeah. What if they
Oh,
push the?
sorry.
No, not that far. Not that far.
Okay, so what? Sorry.
When a6 was pushed
Okay. Oh,
after the
okay.
knight or the bishop took.
Okay, yeah. Where did we?
No, the move was d4. No,
Oh,
not g3.
yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
That's
Oh,
funny.
yeah. I just okay. D4, D4,
Okay. Yeah.
D4, then G2, then this,
And that,
then
and that.
that. Okay, and then you. Oh, not that.
Oh, that's why. Okay,
Yeah.
so you have to take with the bishop first because the bishop's being attacked. I got it. Okay, so that's why you attack the bishop.
Right.
So they can take with the bishop first because if they were to take with the knight first there and then the bishop, it would be a fork to the king and the rook. That would be very bad.
Yeah.
But now I see how to avoid. Okay.
And it's interesting because
Alrighty.
I would have, I would feel. I wonder why G5 is or G4 is not a good move. Oh, because of this. Yeah, yeah, because I'm not paying attention.
Oh, that's a blunder.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
the Botez gambit.
yeah, the Botes gambit. So they actually want this, and then G6.
Really?
Yeah, that's what the top move for black is, G6. Every other move seems to be losing.
Oh wow. Okay.
Let's see, because if you go like King D8,
No, I'm saying for white. D why is d5 the queen d5 the I mean a queen h5 the best move?
I think
That's
because
weird.
it's kind of forcing it. Like it, the king can't move,
It's a
right? Because
threat,
if the
but it
king
can be
goes
blocked.
here,
No, I'm saying but the best move is obviously g6. I'm saying what's the continuation after g6
oh,
for
oh,
the
oh, 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 sorry, yeah. It's just
yeah, yeah.
it's all lost. So queen. Okay, queen
That's weird.
g5. Oh yeah, so you
Usually,
basically lose.
oh, that's okay. Queen g5.
Yeah,
Wow,
so
that's
you
so
just
weird. Oh
yeah,
my god.
right, and
You
then
don't
you
lose a queen to get protected. Oh, so you're doing it to trade off the queen. I get it. I
yeah,
get it.
but
And you're
just
gonna castle queen side, etc.
yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
I
see
see. I see.
g7. Well, no,
But
that
the
you can't
position
because
of
they're
the
saying oh
black.
g7.
Oh,
Oh no, not
oh no, no, no,
g7,
no.
not g7. Yeah, wait, hold on. Wait, it says bishop g7. Why would it have you go? Oh, g7. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, here we go.
Oh, okay. Fianchetto the
Yeah,
bishop. Gotcha. And then castle. Oh, okay, okay.
okay.
Yeah, but white is completely losing here. I
Yeah,
see. I see. We just gotta know how to convert it, basically.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
All right. So we
it
can
looks
go.
like any move here. So c5, knight f6, h6, knight h6. It looks like about any move you can make with your pieces looks like it's completely winning.
Develop a
Yeah,
developing move. Okay.
yeah. So
I see.
like
I see.
knight f6, even something like this
Yeah.
is still winning because
That's acceptable. Got it.
yeah, because then you could even do something like this. Well, even if you did this, like that's just lost. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah. Oh, I see. I see. Just gotta be careful with those double pawns there.
yeah. I think they want you to go e1 and then g5 check. Oh, not that, but g5 check, and then b1. Yeah, so it's just bullying them the rest of the way. Okay,
Alrighty.
castle short. Yeah. Okay,
Okay.
makes
So
sense.
I'll just show you the rest of the theory lines then. The rest
Sure.
of the line.
So bing, bing,
Mm-hmm.
bing, bing. All right.
Yeah, flip it to the black side. Okay. So then the next best move here for white, or not the next best move, but another move that they play is D3 to defend the pawn this way.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm showing you all the defensive moves first.
Sure.
Then I'll show you the attacking moves that they try to do, which is like try to take your pawn on f5, or if they try to push pawn to d4, which
Let me
seems like the most aggressive ways to handle it.
let me reset this up.
Um,
Let me reset this up from the position of black so that I have also an idea of like what it looks like to.
to play it as black, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, and then
And they got bishop
yeah,
c4,
yeah.
yeah. Then
Okay.
this is the Russo gambit. Okay, so now they play that move, and now
You
you
basically
go.
can't take because it's
Well, no, the next move is not to take. Actually,
right.
it's to play bishop c5, and this turns into the. Oh, there's a move. There's a name for it too. I forgot what it doesn't say the
It's a
name under
Gucci piano, I think. The Lucchini.
the
The
Lucchini gambit. There you go. This is the Lucchini variation of the gambit. So this is where it might get a little tricky for your opponent because you see how they pushed d3.
yes.
It was basically to open up the bishop on that diagonal so they could move the knight to g5. So this is another move this is a move that they will try to do because this is obviously the reason you're gonna think that this is completely wrong on black side because you're opening up the vulnerable square on f7 to attack for the king. But actually, if they try to attack it with a move such as knight to g5, which go ahead and try to do that. Yeah. So you see that how they're attacking this.
Yeah.
If they try to do something like that, You see how it's protected by the bishop, so you can't take with the queen.
Right.
That's basically what a lot of your opponents are going to try to do because they're playing this, obviously, this opening for a reason, and that's to attack the f7 square, the weak f7 square. But this is actually completely wrong because here, um,
You,
actually, your move is you actually develop the what's it called?
the
Or no,
knight
you actually block. You actually push f4. This is the move. The move is to push f4. Yeah.
to block the
So
bishop.
now you're blocking the bishop, but you're also allowing this fork. They're gonna think, oh well, that's no problem. They're blocking my bishop, but that's fine because I was gonna go for this fork anyway.
Yeah,
So
this.
knight, no, not that fork. No, knight f7.
Oh,
Knight
for the
f7.
queen.
Exactly, forking the queen and the rook.
Okay.
You see that rook over
Yes.
there too?
Yep.
Exactly. Okay. Now they're gonna think, oh, now they're just winning because they're forking the queen and the rook. And after you move your queen, which you're forced to do, they're gonna win your rook for free. So now this is where you say, no, sir, I'm actually attacking you, and you go queen to h4.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking that.
Yeah. Now you're attacking them. They're gonna think, well, I can just simply defend that by castling. So go ahead and castle, right? And now you're gonna play some tricky move here. You're gonna go knight to f6.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
okay.
knight. My bad, not knight to
H6.
f6. Knight to f6.
F6?
Yeah, f6.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah, no, yeah.
if you look at the eval, it's interesting. So you're saying F6. It's basically the same eval. So this versus this is it? That's interesting. I thought you said H6, but
No, yeah, but the continuation is actually, yeah, f6.
okay.
And now your opponent, now you're threatening to actually go to rook to f8 and actually trap the knight. So your opponent is gonna take the rook. They're gonna be like, oh well, I was planning on taking the rook, so I'm just gonna take the rook anyway. So knight to h8,
Mm-hmm.
knight takes h8, and if they take that rook, you see how the eval bar shoots down
Yeah.
completely.
G4.
Knight g4, exactly.
And there's literally nothing they could do. They could take, but they lose their queen.
Yeah, but wait, but they're gonna try to push. They're not gonna try to do that. They're gonna try to push h3
Oh, to attack the knight.
to defend the checkmate because they're the checkmate threat, and at the same time attack the knight.
But that. Oh, yeah. Okay, go on. Sorry.
No, the knight takes. Knight takes.
Oh,
Yeah,
for to
that's the
hit the
right move.
queen, because that'll be a discovered check.
It'll be a discovered check, and you're also attacking the queen. So this is just completely bad for them. They can whatever they do from here is losing because you're gonna take knight h3 takes with a double check after
Right.
knight
Even if
takes
they did something
h2.
like that, like it's
Yeah, okay, that would be that would be a good way to do it, right? So go ahead and do that because a lot of your opponents will do that. So now you're gonna take back with the queen here. Now they're forced to move their king to the corner.
right.
And you might think, what is the best continuation here? Because you might think that there's no way to continue here. You're just down in material now, and you really don't seem to have any attack, but actually you do, because now you push d5, pawn d5, attacking the bishop, sacrificing a pawn, but opening your bishop for an attack, for a devastating attack. Actually, my bad, not my bad. Go back, go back. I'm so dumb. That was not the move. Oh, wait, no, the king move, yeah, yeah. The move here, actually, I'm sorry, is pawn f3. Now you're threatening to checkmate on
Right,
g2.
because this would be checkmate.
That'll be checkmate. And if
Yeah.
the queen takes f3, then checkmate on g1. On g,
Right.
that's checkmate. Okay, so go back. 1, 2. Okay, so now, what if they take? What if they just take that pawn? Now you push your pawn to d5, attacking that bishop with a tempo. and after they take with whatever, you take bishop h takes h3.
Oh,
Bishop takes h3, and
and
there's
now
actually
it's
no way to stop checkmate.
right. So
There's actually no way to stop checkmate
yeah,
here.
even if they did something like that, or
Yep.
yeah, that's me. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Checkmate. Yep.
So I just want to. So this is the gambit. They move
Yeah.
their knight, and maybe they decide to move their knight to go for that F
Yeah.
square. And I just say, fuck the F square. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Exactly.
And
Oh
then,
no, no.
yeah, I mean,
F6. You want to play F6, trust me. You want to keep to a certain uh you know,
yeah, no,
stick
the
to a
problem, not, no, no,
example.
the problem is because I did H3 once, it thinks that that's what I went back to. So I have to go here, and then I can
Oh,
continue.
oh, okay,
You see
okay.
what I
It's
mean?
just recording.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just, yeah. So they could take, but then they lose their queen, and so I wonder, my biggest problem is conversion. So, like, let's see. Let's say they do this. That's checkmate. I mean, they can do that, but then that. Yeah, my biggest problem is conversion because the amount it can't tell you how many times I've been in winning positions that I just
Yeah.
don't. I just end up not winning. You know what I mean? Like,
Right,
oh
right.
wait, actually, so this is good. So if I go here, or let's say they go.
You don't even have to do that. You don't even have to do that. You can actually um you can actually let's see.
Like, I mean,
Yeah, yeah. Don't go. Don't, you don't have to go too crazy. You don't have to go out crazy. You can actually just get ready to develop your bishop.
oh, like this.
Um, yeah, like that, or
It's
you
white.
could
It's
even.
white to move. So if I did something like,
Oh, that's gonna be losing
yeah,
big
yeah,
time,
because if
bro.
I, yeah, exactly, no, because if white does that, they could take, I
No,
guess.
no, no. Actually,
Oh no, that would be bad.
the right move would be to push F3.
Right, to attack the queen.
No, wait, no. If they push G, no. If I'm saying if they push G3,
Oh, here.
yeah, no, you push F3.
Oh, the pawn F3. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good. You're good. Push F3, and then from there, it's, I don't think they can avoid checkmate.
Right. So even if they did something like this, it's this, and then that's checkmate.
Checkmate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And then
Yeah.
if
So
they can't attack because that's pin. So even if they attack
yeah.
something like this, I could go check. Oh no, that would be winning for white. Okay.
Yeah. I
Queen
think you should just
G3.
retreat it in this case.
No, it's saying Queen
Or
G3.
you could do Queen E2
Oh,
maybe.
it's saying Queen G3 because he just can't
Pawn.
take
Yeah, it's pin.
Queen
Yeah, because the
G3.
pawn is pin.
Then F7 check. I see. And then I just F8. It's fine. Then H5. We six. Okay, yeah. I mean, I don't want to, but we could. There's
No, yeah.
infinite
We
responses to
can
it.
go over like conversions. Yeah, we can go over like conversions and this kind of and like advanced theory, if you will. Like after, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
I just want to get our feet wet, get our toes wet, you know.
yeah.
But there. Okay, so another possible continuation I can show you is so go ahead and play it. Um, yeah, yeah, go ahead and do I was thinking if there's another continuation after. Uh, okay. No, actually, let's play takes this time. Let's play takes if they take. So here, the best move is E4.
Just keep going.
Yeah. And actually, this is a little tricky here because there's a few continuations that they can do here. One, they can move their knight back. Two, they can bring their queen out to E2 and say, I'm pinning your pawn to your king, so you can't take my knight with your pawn. And three, they could move, which is Pretty. I think the trickiest way is moving knight to d4, which I'll show you what that's all about last.
You have some good notes because you're saying all of the top computer lines.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've actually memorized these moves. I'm not reading my notes for this one.
Wow, there you go. You play like a computer. Uh,
I've actually been told that I was cheating before. Like, bro, are you cheating? Like,
I
nah,
well,
dude,
I
I
gotta
just know
think.
my opening theory.
Yeah, I think that's. Yeah, I think that's what I'm. You know, it's so interesting too, because like I said earlier, like there are people that are like, oh, below 1,000, you don't really need like a lot of opening theory. But I gotta tell you, like, I think that's like an old school ideology. Like before chess blew up because of the Netflix show. Like I swear, because I was watching videos from like I was watching the early speedrun videos where they're like, "Oh, we're playing 800s," and like you just play a couple moves, and I'm like, "There's no way I would have played that move as an 800." And it's like 2 years ago. I think people just there weren't as many people playing chess and as many people interested in chess, so 800s were like 800s. I think there's a reason why like most of my games get rated like when you get the game review, it's like you played like 1,000 ELO. I think most people who are like 8 to 900 are probably like 1,000 ELO. You know what I mean? Like, not that I'm so much better than my score, but that I just don't think they're as accurate anymore because I think so many people, or rather, let me back up. I think they're probably accurate, but I think an 800 now is stronger than an 800 2 years ago. You know what I mean?
Definitely, definitely. Yeah, I agree with you completely. Because as anything popularizes, ju- the same with chess, just the same with any other competitive sport, as it popularizes more, there's gonna be more people that do more research on everything, and it's
Yeah.
gonna be easier for people to gain access to that research, and it's gonna be faster for people to improve. So therefore, the demographic is just
Hmm.
everybody is just improving at a faster rate than before, and everybody's able to improve more quicker. Being that we have all this juicy content available to us.
Yeah.
But yeah, for sure. What I'm showing you now is really going to help you get to that next level because not only is it opening knowledge, but it's also there's also an involvement of knowledge as far as tactical awareness and tactics go. So these tactics, you can actually use them later on in your games when you run into such like positions or similar positions. Um, you can there's actually I've had the cases where to some of these openings that I've learned, uh, I just know a lot of tactics due to that, just knowing these openings and stuff, because there's these tactics that are involved here also come up in other positions, and and they're very useful because they're just in the back of your mind.
Hmm.
But
I got
after you
about,
play,
hold on. I
yeah.
just want to say I have about like 15 minutes before I gotta go. So
Okay,
So
okay.
we
So
can do
yeah,
one more
so
line. We can talk about one more line. It's a rough 15 minutes. It doesn't have to be like exactly on the dot, but
okay, sure. So after I'll teach you a nice little trick here.
sure.
Let's say they try to go queen e2
To pin the knight, or pin the pawn.
to pin the pawn. Exactly.
Oh, it's interesting.
Here,
The eval bar just dropped. Yeah.
yeah, because here actually you're gonna go queen e7.
Queen e7.
Yeah, re-establishing the
Yep.
threat of
Breaking
taking
the
the knight.
pin. Yep.
And now they will most likely go back with the knight.
With g1.
Yeah, this is the most common move.
eh,
And then here you will
At-
actually
Attack the queen.
develop your knight.
Oh, okay.
No, develop your knight to f6 because they can actually come in with a check on queen
Oh.
h5, and that would be dangerous along with their pawn there and their bishop. Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't want that. So knight there to prevent that, and then they're gonna try to push d3
Okay, to attack the
in
pawn.
order to develop the bishop and attack the pawn, which is a huge mistake because now you go knight d4.
Okay.
attacking the queen, and now the queen has to move, and no matter where she moves, it
Anywhere.
doesn't really matter where she moves. Usually D1, queen D1
Okay,
is
let's
the most logical that people do.
okay.
And this is I've actually had this in a lot of games. Now you just simply just still take knight E2 or knight C2. My bad. No,
Oh,
not there.
oh, oh,
No,
okay.
It's a knight sacrifice. Knight C2. Knight takes C2. Boom. Right.
Oh
So
shit. Yeah, okay. So then that
yeah, exactly. It's check,
and it doesn't
but they
matter
have
like
to
even if they did this.
exactly exactly. It's a queen blunder.
Okay, let
GG.
me think about
That's it.
let me try and commit this picture to memory. Let me just
Yeah, and I'll leave you with that one.
okay. Okay, yeah. So that puts it in check and like they basically have to move.
Yeah, and you get a free rook. Free rook, yay!
Yeah.
Or yeah, you could take the pawn or you could take the
No, no,
rook. Either
well,
way.
yeah, either
I think
way.
either way. There should be a better way, obviously. There's always a best move, but so this is basically the gist of it. Because either way, they can't. I think yeah. After they move the king, you should take the rook because they can just take. Oh wait, well yeah, you
Yeah,
could
I think
take
you
the
should. I
pawn
think you
actually.
should. Yeah, but I don't know. I have this sense that you should always just take the biggest piece you can first. That could be wrong, but like at a low level, I gotta be honest.
Well, I mean,
If I were white in this situation, I would just quit. You know what I mean? Like I.
yeah, I would too, but I think maybe it would be to take the pawn on D3, the next best move.
Let's see. Well,
Maybe
yeah,
just
we'll
maybe.
see.
Just because after you take the rook, they can take your pawn on E4, and you don't have to immediately take the rook. Actually, after you take on
That's true.
D3,
It's
you still
not
have the option
forced.
of taking the rook
Yeah, like
after.
they move.
Yeah, 'cause the rook is always going to be there. The rook cannot move, no matter what they take with. Yeah, with the queen or with the
Oh,
bishop.
it's interesting. But the eval did. I mean, obviously, it's still going, but
Was it better?
yeah,
Was it
it was
better
better.
when
It was
the
better
rook
just taking the.
was
It was better just taking the rook. But I mean, we won't know until I have it. Hello,
Hello?
hello. I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Um,
Yeah.
I think knight takes a1 is better. But it takes the computer a little while. I have it set to the max depth, so it'll take like 3 or 4 minutes to get there. But it looks like knight takes a1 is better.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, for sure. See, like, yeah, we could do it like little stuff like this and continuations and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that'll be
Can we
nice.
play what? Can we play one short game where I play the one opening that I know, and we could talk. We could play unrated and talk about it. But I'm interested to see what your ideas are around it.
You want to play the opening? You're gonna be white.
Yeah, is that cool?
What's your opening? Oh, I
Uh,
don't know how to play against that opening.
well, no, I can walk you through the main the first main line of it, and then we can like you can just see. We don't have to actually. I only got. I should probably clock out. I should probably.
Okay,
But
I mean
but this
that's
is
fine.
good. This
I'm
is
down
good.
for, like when you have time.
Yeah,
I'm up for anything.
Okay, I saved this.
Yeah.
I think I took some good notes, so we'll see.
Yeah, dude, that's nice. That's nice. Yeah, for sure. I'm down to for some opening knowledge because I do need to learn how to also obviously play against the opening that you have. Because I know people still play that, and I need to have that prepared.
Okay, well I will. We'll talk later. We'll figure something out later.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we can show each other our openings, how to play against each other's openings, and how to play against other openings and whatnot. But yeah, we'll talk later then.
Okay, see you around. It was nice. It was nice studying with you.
Yeah, same. See ya.
Have a good one.